Around the world, 31% of adults are physically inactive. We sit at desks, we sit in cars, and we sit on couches. And unfortunately, pacing around the kitchen while on the phone or walking to the mailbox isn't enough to offset hours of sitting. Imagine two people getting into bed at the end of the day. They both check their smartwatches, and they both see exactly the same number, 7,000 steps. On paper, their daily activity looks identical, yet one of them has significantly protected their cardiovascular system, while the other faces a much higher long-term risk of heart disease and early death. For decades, we've measured our daily movement against a single number, 10,000 steps. But that target was never based on clinical science. It actually comes from a catchy 1960s marketing campaign for a Japanese pedometer company. Modern reviews covering dozens of studies show that peak health benefits actually begin to materialize around 7,000 steps. Going beyond that brings diminishing returns. So if a high step count isn't the deciding factor for our heart, and our two walkers took the exact same number of steps anyway, something else must be driving that drop in disease risk. A major 2025 study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine tracked down the answer. Researchers followed over 33,000 adults for nearly a decade, pulling objective, real-world data straight from their wrist accelerometers. To find out what actually mattered, the researchers neutralized the total daily step count. They compared people who walked roughly the same total amount, isolating a single difference: how long each walking session lasted. Researchers split walkers into 4 groups by session length: under 5 minutes, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, and 15 plus. The under 5 group exhibited the highest cardiovascular risk. But continuous 15-plus minute walkers saw a 67% lower heart disease risk and 81% lower death risk. Step distribution is more important than raw volume. A single long walk provides a shield that thousands of scattered steps simply cannot replicate. The researchers use a very simple analogy to explain why this happens. Think about how you charge a smartphone. If you plug that phone in 50 times a day for 30 seconds at a time, you constantly break the connection. The battery never establishes a steady flow of power, making the whole process incredibly inefficient. Your cardiovascular system operates on a similar principle. When you only move in 2 or 3 minute bursts, your heart rate barely elevates before you sit back down. You never force the body out of its resting baseline long enough to trigger a real change. But when you commit to a continuous 15-minute walk, your physiology shifts. Your heart rate rises and stays there. Your breathing evens out, and your circulation settles into a rhythm where oxygen delivery stays steady and efficient. By sustaining that effort without stopping, you subject your heart muscle to an unbroken stimulus. That is the precise trigger your body needs to adapt and strengthen. This means we need to change our approach to daily movement. Instead of passively accumulating fragments of activity, we should prioritize a single 20 to 30-minute unbroken walk. And if you spend most of your day sitting at a desk and barely hit 5,000 steps, this is excellent news. The data shows that the most inactive people experience the largest health benefits simply by making the shift to a consistent walk. You can build this habit over a simple 3-week schedule. For week 1, your only goal is to walk for 10 uninterrupted minutes a day. Pick a familiar route, keep an easy pace, and just focus on not stopping. By week 2, extend that to 15 continuous minutes. In week 3, push it to 20 or 25 minutes. You want to walk briskly enough to talk, but not sing. Long-term health doesn't require hitting a generic 10,000 step target. It is dependent on carving out one dedicated block of time